Good day, viewers. Welcome to the Nigerian News Source editorial for Monday, 15th September 2025. I am Peace Akubome. Now that education has state government's attention, since the Sokoto state government on July 24th, 2025 announced a ban on all sign-out celebrations for graduating school students in both public and private schools in the state, the attention of many governments across the country seem to have been drawn willy-nilly to the education sector. On August 15, Imo State government banned graduation parties for nursery and junior secondary school 3 students. After that, it seemed the floodgates have been thrown open from Edo to Benue, Ondo to Kogi, Ebonyi to Kaduna, Ogun to Abia, Plateau to Oyo, and others. State governments have told the same path, citing the need to reduce financial burdens on parents and redirect attention to the academic development of the children. Across the state, the policy has been fundamentally the same, only differing in minute details. For instance, while Imo State restricted graduation parties to only primary 6 and secondary school 3 students, the Kaduna State government said only basic 9 and SS3 students would be allowed to hold such parties. Even then, the celebration should be modest. The state government also banned the use of non-transferable textbooks in schools, insisting that approved books would now be in use for a minimum of 4 years. In Ogun, the government said every approved textbook will be in use for 6 years. That way, younger siblings can continue to use the same books used by their older ones as long as the books are still listed as approved textbooks. Now, parents will no longer need to buy new textbooks every year. Before now, many schools, especially private schools, either change textbooks every year or built workbooks into textbooks such that textbooks used by one pupil cannot be reused by another. In Ebonyi State, the government added another layer. It abolished the ranking of students by position beyond third place and also made the first school leaving certificate compulsory for admission to secondary education in the state. In Plateau, the government also outlawed multiple uniforms in schools. Nigerian news source applauds these moves. The benefits are not in doubt. Less financial pressure on parents, more focus on academic excellence for pupils, discipline and value reorientation, amongst others. We therefore call for strict implementation and urge states that have yet to adopt the policies to do so. We understand the argument of those opposed to the ban, such as the National Association of Proprietors of Private Schools in Nigeria, that graduation ceremonies are symbolic and add a psychological view to the child. We also understand those who recommend regulation rather than outright ban. Our response will be that what the government have done is an attempt at regulation. Allowing children to celebrate their milestones at primary 6, JSS 3 and SS 3 is good enough. Anything beyond that point is needless and wasteful, especially as private schools have been known to commercialize these events. That parents in states like Kaduna, Kano, Katsina, Niger, Nasarawa, and Kogi actually called for this ban points to the financial pressure they've had to bear in silence over the years. To the state government, now that the education sector seems to have your attention, can you also look at other pressing issues in the sector? Many public schools across the country suffer untold neglect. Infrastructure is either poor or non existent. Qualified teachers are few and far between, as even graduates of colleges of education are deserting the profession. Many who studied education-related courses in the university prefer to work in other sectors. Those who choose to remain in teaching are poorly paid. This is often worse in private schools where proprietors have been known to pay slave wages to their teachers, some as low as 20,000 naira per month. We believe there is a lot you, the state government, can do in this regard. What about legislating that private schools that cannot pay their teachers at least the national minimum wage do not operate? There, that's also a way to regulate the mushrooming of substandard private schools. The recent mandate given by the Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, to secondary schools across the country to ensure their teachers are certified by the Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria or lose their accreditation to host public examinations is a welcome development. It is our considered view that the same should apply to private schools as well, and the onus to implement this lies with the state government. Our children deserve to be taught by qualified teachers, whether in public or private schools.